So here's the thing about camping and photography nobody tells you. It's like really uncomfortable. I've yet to figure out how to sleep in a tent really comfortably and wake up feeling refreshed. But it does take its toll on you, and this morning I set my alarm at 4:30 a.m. but I just kind of slept in and decided to not get up, even though I wanted to. I had a location in mind to shoot, but I feel like if you're not feeling it, you shouldn't do it. You should only do it when you feel like taking pictures, because it will take its effect on the image, meaning the image won't look as good because you're not really 100% into taking pictures. It has to still be fun and not like a job, even though it kind of is. So basically, the only thing though is that I kind of peeked my head out of my tent at like 6:30 in the morning, and I looked outside and the sky looked really beautiful. So I feel guilty for not making it to sunrise this morning. But I got some good news though. It's finally clear again, I think. And it's a little bit smoky still, but I think it's clearing up way better than the past 4 days that I've had like just so much smoke. So it is clearing up. We do have some clouds in the sky. And for right now, I just kind of decided to drive to a different park. I'm at Yoho at Emerald Lake. It's really nice lake, and I took a picture here during the day. It's really busy here, lots of people. But I did the picture that I wanted, and I shot a long exposure, and because I was getting some nice light coming through the clouds. There's a lot of clouds in the sky, and they're just having that splattered light over the mountains, and I had a nice composition, and I think it works well either in color or black and white. Mainly I shot it for black and white, but I think it will look nice in color too, so I'll decide that later based on the image that you're gonna see. So definitely I wanted just to check out this place, even though it's not really in Banff, it's outside Banff, but it's still the Rockies, it's still nice. So I wanted to scratch it off my list, you know. And the image that I shot here was at f11. I shot it at f11 at I think it was like a 1 minute and 10-second exposure with a 10-stop ND filter, and I had a polarizer and a 2-stop soft edge for the sky. It looks really nice as a long exposure. It looks really dramatic in black and white, especially with the light playing off the mountains, you know. So it was kind of super nice to get those clouds really streaky as well. I think I'm gonna pack up here and drive to my next location, probably try to find a location for sunset to shoot. We'll see, you know. There's a lot of places here to shoot, though it's kind of hard to pick one for real. I definitely can't stress enough the importance of having a backup plan. Initially I wanted to shoot sunset at Lake Louise, but what happened is that as I was driving, I kind of noticed that the light wasn't really doing anything. The mountain was kind of hazy, and so I had this location as a backup. A friend helped me find this location actually, so I want to thank them for that. And I kept it as a backup just in case. It's just basically beautiful here. The way the light is getting hit on those peaks. I'm gonna hurry quick and set up to take a picture. So I'm gonna take one shot here without any filters, see how that looks. Shooting at f11, ISO 50 is giving me 25 seconds, 1/25th of a second for exposure. Gonna go a bit higher so I can get more perspective looking down. I'm really wide here, 60mm shooting just to include all the vista. It's such a beautiful location. I'm on the Saskatchewan River Crossing. I hope I said that right. And a friend pointed this location out to me, so I want to thank them for that. And what I'm gonna do is this river is kind of snaking through, and it just has this nice S shape leading my eye to the mountain peaks in the background and just this whole open vista. So I'm gonna shoot this really, really wide. So I've put a polarizer on just to get some color in the sky. It's doing a little bit of an effect, but I'm gonna keep it. And it's perfect today. I got some nice light coming in from behind me, and I got the nice river snaking through. I got the open mountains, and I'm gonna take this picture now because I wanna pretty much have this in the bag just in case the sunset doesn't really happen. At least I have this to fall back on. And I might do a quick long exposure here. So I'm shooting f11 right now, 1/8 of a second at ISO 50. So I might put a 6-stop ND filter on and go for one long exposure because I got some nice clouds and this will look nice if I do a long exposure here. So put that in. All right. Let's switch to manual. Okay. Pull up my phone so I can time this. And open up ND timer, which is what I use for long exposure. I'm gonna put in 1/8, 6-stop. So I think it's giving me a 6-second exposure. So let me try that. 8 seconds actually. Let me try that right now. I gotta be really, really quick because this light on the mountains and the peaks is kind of going away. So I don't know if it's gonna be nicer later, but I'm gonna shoot this picture just so I can have it in the bag and see what happens. Better get one shot and be safe than sorry. 8 seconds is enough to give some motion in the water with just keeping its shape. It is kind of windy, so I don't want the water to be choppy. I want it to be a little bit smooth. So 8 seconds is actually perfect for me. Wow, just beautiful. I mean, shots like this are actually also kind of my favorites. Just look really, really nice. I'm really happy I kind of turned around and looked and took that picture, because if I hadn't, I would have completely missed it. So I definitely hope you like this one. Just beautiful. It's kind of hard to pick between the long exposure one and the non-exposure one because they both offer something, you know. Just beautiful. Wow. I love it. I love taking pictures. I could never be bored of it. I'm so glad that it actually cleared up, because if it hadn't cleared up, I would have just been still shooting with all that smoke and haze. So I'm gonna go for another shot here, and I'm gonna go. What's nice about this is that there's so much distance between the river in the foreground and those mountains in the back. So if I do a shot zoomed all the way in, I'm gonna get a little bit of the river, and I'm gonna get a nice compressed shot which makes the mountains in the back look so much larger. But I'm just trying to figure out how to frame it and which focal lengths to pick, just so I can get some cloud as well but still maximize as much as I can on the compression. I think I'm gonna go with 135mm. Just gonna be a little bit of cloud, mostly the river and just the banks with the trees running in the middle. All right, let me take out the ND filter so I can focus again on what I want to focus on. All right, happy with that. Okay, so I'm not gonna use the ND filter here because I think the shutter speed is fast enough to get some motion in the water that I definitely don't need that. So I'm just gonna see what the polarizer is doing. Not much really, but I'm gonna keep it. And I might just add a 2-stop soft grass for the sky. Just gonna go get it. I'll be right back. There's a little bit of color above the mountain. It's giving it something. But those mountains with the kind of like the veins, as what I call them. I don't know if you can see them. There's like veins running up. I think it's just from the meltwater. It looks like it's even leading my eye even further up the mountain. So it looks really, really nice. Wow, that is beautiful. Take that shot. Wow, just amazing how nice it is here. Even if the light is gone, I'm getting some nice light in the sky, a little bit of light. But I would like it if that got more intense. But I just don't think so. I think that might be my last shot here. But I'm happy taking photos, right? I took 3 pictures here, 3 different compositions that I'm kind of happy with in this location alone. And usually I know I said that I usually just take 1 photo, I set up and I wait, but I couldn't help it. Once I switched to telephoto lens and I shot that picture to my right, it kind of just got me thinking, what else can I do, you know? Alrighty, I'm packing up right now, and if I have about an hour and a half, I think, to head back to Banff, because I really went further out this time so I can just get some clear skies. And I think it might be clear over there, and I'm gonna go to Two Jack Lake to try to get some stars, because this is the last night that I have here. So if it's clear, I might just do that, try to get another crack at taking pictures of stars, because it's gonna, now it's 8:30, the light's completely gone, so I know there's no more pictures here. So if it's gonna take me like an hour and a half to drive, I'm gonna be there around 10 p.m, which should be aligned nicely with the Milky Way over to Jack Lake. And that's what I want. Basically, I want to shoot the brightest part of the Milky Way, and if I go there, definitely I'm gonna see that. But it all depends on if the moon is higher above the mountain. If it is, it might be too bright, it might be too dark. I want a dark sky with just the right amount of stars in it. So we'll see how good it's gonna be. Here it looks like there's too much clouds, but it was way too clear back in Banff. So it's kind of crazy here being in the Rockies that you always get all kind of weather. You drive north, you find that you get just the right amount of clouds. If you drive south or something, or west or east, it depends on how it is, you're gonna find that it might be clear over there. So you can never really plan. So always have backup plans.